was lovely.
I should look around some more. I have to remember her face.
Oh, that's a clue that we need to go back and look at the photo.
We don't have a lot of photos of ourselves as a couple, so this one is quite important. The guy who snapped this, my love.
Okay.
There are no monsters under the bed. I guess they're all in my head. I
Hey, that
always
mine.
resisted the temptation to sweep things under there when it was my turn to tidy up.
The rug's all crooked again. Can you help me straighten it out?
And no trap door under there, just more creaky floor.
Come here with your peace in your heart, said Niyama of the ice blue eyes. Ride with me, shed your mold eyes. Here is a mount, a snow white mare. Come, Orson, to my gardens fair. In the land of youth, play your art. I should be the Isle of Days, our sun sky.
Come, love, with peace in your heart, said Niamh of the ice blue eyes. Blue eyes. It's based on an Irish folktale. Warrior poet Oisin goes to Tirnanog, a Celtic otherworld known as the Land of Youth and Promise. Niamh is of the Fey folk, the fair ones, fairies. Weird mix of doggerel and artistry. The elemental imagery is evocative, but the language and structure are a bit quaint. Still, some lines jump out at you. I've always been drawn to things that are kind of both good and bad at the same time. Maybe because that's so like life. My grandma introduced me to these old legends when I was just a kid, in between stories of what she could still remember of her childhood in the old country. Weird mix of doggerel and artistry. The elemental imagery is evocative, but the language and structure are a bit quaint. Still, some lines jump out at you.
Let's see.
Something draws me to this trunk. Is it the memories locked within? Or something else? We use this trunk to store trinkets and papers, but I can't help thinking there's something of importance inside. It's too painful. I want to, but not yet. We found this trunk at a flea market. We used to love rummaging around those in our early years. Big enough for a lifetime of mementos. We hated guns, so we never had any, even out here. But this would have been a good place to keep one, since it can be locked. We found this trunk at a flea market. We used to love rummaging around those in our early years.
Let's see. I know there's a key for that somewhere. Oh, right, over here.
They prevent my blood pressure from skyrocketing. Doctor's orders. And Serena's. I'm generally not fond of taking medication. I find it hard to believe ingesting a few chemicals will do me much good in the long run.
Don't forget your pill, hun. I know you'd rather not, but you know it's for the best.
Beta blockers. I have high blood pressure. These keys are for the cabin and the car. If the keys are here, does she have her spare? I should probably stay here in case she doesn't. Did she even have her own spare? We also have a key for the outhouse, but can't be bothered to keep it anywhere other than under that rock next to the thing. No one comes here anyway. We did have a night prowler once who left a mark inside the outhouse, but we rarely lock it anyway. I never noticed it before, but there's some rust on the ring. Should get a new one. We also have a key for the outhouse, but can't be bothered to keep it anywhere other than under that rock next to the thing. No one comes here anyway. also had a brush, and I can't see it anywhere, nor some of her other personal items. It's just a regular comb bought from a supermarket, new enough to still have all its teeth. Should I dust for fingerprints? I might if I were in a detective story.
But you're not, aren't you?
After all these years, it permanently smells of her and her perfume.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was gonna look at the perfume too.
Comme une évidence, Serena's favorite perfume. I've always told Serena that she doesn't need to wear perfume. Her presence is magical enough already. It smells so elegant. There's violet leaf and silk tree blossom, I think. This perfume is perfect for Serena. Why didn't I ever notice? We were happy for a long time, at least I think we were. But as time passed, we fought about every little thing, even this. I keep looking at her things, remembering all the good and bad. Depends on how you look at it. Either a wonderful sensory stimulant and aphrodisiac, or a subtle weapon in the mating rituals of Homo sapiens. We were happy for a long time, at least I think we were. But as time passed, we fought about every little thing, even this.
Uh-oh. Yeah, you kind of keep going until he starts to get a little bit unhappy.
Actually, I think it might have gone out of sync. Again. No trusting this clock. I wonder what time it is. As if it mattered. All these metaphors and similes in my head. Light of my life. Make light. Wait, that's another kind of light. A lamp is a lamp, but to a writer, every mundane item triggers connections, and that leads to more. It seemed like neither of us could bother to properly wipe the lampshades. All these metaphors and similes in my head. I feel too restless to sleep right now. I always resisted the temptation to sweep things under there when it was my turn to tidy up.
Okay.
I'm not sure why, but I don't feel like opening it. The sole thought of it drains what little energy I have left in me. Maybe later. There's nothing of interest inside the closet anyway. 2 days, 3 days tops, and bam, a brand new light bulb would burn out. Whenever her lamp didn't work, Serena would come by my side to read. A few moments later, she would lay her head down on my chest and fall asleep. The only reason this lampshade gathered less dust than the other one was that we had to keep putting new bulbs in this one. Because of a wiring problem or whatever, this one always starts smelling sharply of metal after being on for a while. Considering what a strong odor of metal this one gives off when in use, I guess we were lucky never to have an accident. The only reason this lampshade gathered less dust than the other one was that we had to keep putting new bulbs in this one.
The rug's all crooked again. Can you help me straighten it out?
And no trap door under there, just more creaky floor.
Okay, let's go and see if, let's go back to the table. Oh, now we can see your face. Where's her neck? Oh my
We
god!
don't have a lot of photos of ourselves as a couple, so this one is quite important. The guy who snapped this, our host that night, used an actual film camera. It was a different world back then. My love, we don't have a lot of photos of ourselves. The guy who snapped this, my love. Lonely Hearts Club Band.
Oh yeah, I get it, because of Pepper. Get it? Sergeant Pepper. Ah.
Is it my imagination, or are you using even more these days?
Pig and Pepper. Alice in Wonderland. All these associations, links, plays on words. My head is full of them, and it never stops. She had a point. I am on medication for blood pressure, after all.
Excuse me.
I'm determined to make a change when she comes back. Yes, no more indulgences. I want to do things right. It's not the healthier type, just regular table salt. All those moments we sat at this table, laughing, smiling, simply looking in each other's eyes. Well, we have them. This table has seen many happy times. The meals we shared, or when we just used to stay up late with a bottle of wine and talk. Oh, how we talk. I sure hope she comes back soon. We can sit down and discuss our problems, like we always did. We could always work things out. I always planned to switch to mineral or sea salt, but then I always ended up buying the regular stuff. Doctors, they always overreact. I must be even more exhausted than I realize. Here I am staring at a salt shaker, my thoughts a million miles away. Someone said, work and love are the only things that ever really happened to us. Was it Freud or Marilyn Monroe? Did I let my work destroy my love? Writing was so all-consuming for me, yet I made so little headway in all this time. It all seems so meaningless now. Drained of everything that made it worth reading in the first place. A lot of rarities and special editions here. I didn't lend out my Necronomicon, did I? No, of course not.
Dude, why would you have a Necronomicon? Oh, I like this one. Zombie space dinosaurs from the deep ate my family.
Most of the books are mine, but all of hers are still here too.
One more key card, then I'll ask Susie. Or how Space Quest ruined my life. Let's see. Adventures of a Scary Bear. Alright.
Without any activity, the corner feels cold and lifeless. I didn't cook much for her, always so worried about my stuff. I'd give anything to see her standing here again, making coffee or sandwiches. I made my own too, of course, but it just made me happy to see. When she was happy, she'd hum her favorite songs as she puttered around. I can't remember the last time. Damn, I can't even remember what her favorite meal was. The stove looks like something from World War I.
Come sit with me. I want to talk. There's something I have to tell you. I have been trying, and believe me, I've been trying so hard.
I almost have it. What was she trying to tell me? Of course, we made love here, too. There was no place in the cabin we didn't before things deteriorated. The most comfortable spot in the cabin, well, along with the bed, of course. Why? I might just as well stay here.
Okay.
Could you take this out and beat it, love? It's getting a bit dusty.
It's one of the few decorative things here. We weren't much of homemakers, either of us. I remember us washing it properly in the lake many summers ago. Once. I always resisted the temptation to sweep things under there when it was my turn to tidy up. I know it's my general state of mind, but I feel even more depressed near this armoire. Guess I can't shake off the memory of my sweet Serena trying on her various garments.
Ooh la la, he calls it an armoire. We fancy.
Be honest. Does this dress show too much cleavage? I want only one pair of eyes on me.
How I miss her naked back when she was standing by this armoire. The perfect curve of her neck. Her firm bottom. I'm a casual dresser. No need to change clothes right now.
Oh wait, I forgot to look at these. Okay, I guess nothing much here.